Many years ago, The Color Purple captivated audiences with a powerful story of resilience. But time hasn't stood still for the film's incredible cast. Join us as we remember the talented actors who brought these characters to life and whose journeys mirrored the film's themes of strength and overcoming adversity. Many actors have passed away, but the actors are now grown in their 50s and 60s, leading fascinating lives beyond the series. Let's pay tribute to those who left an indelible mark on cinema today. Carl Anderson as Reverend Samuel Lynchburg, native Carl Anderson, brought the house down as Judas Iscariot in the iconic rock opera Jesus Christ Superstar. This wildly popular musical started as a concept album, then exploded onto the stage and screen in the 1970s. If you've seen the show, you might recognize Anderson's powerful performance. But did you know he grew up right here in Lynchburg? Born one of 12 children to James and Alberta Anderson, Carl's musical talent shone through. Sadly, his brother Charles passed away as an infant, but Carl and his 10 siblings found joy in their close-knit family home on Boston Avenue. Following a 2-year service as a U.S. Air Force communications technician, he returned to Lynchburg in 1965 to complete his diploma. His military experience didn't dampen his musical spirit. He even participated in the Worldwide Air Force Talent Contest, showcasing his vocal talents at various military bases. In 1969, Anderson set his sights on a new challenge, moving to Washington, D.C. This wasn't just a change of scenery, it was a springboard for his musical aspirations. He joined forces with friends to form a group called the Second Eagle. The group honed their skills by covering a variety of jazz and rock tunes, and interestingly, some of their repertoire included songs from the then recently released Jesus Christ Superstar album. Little did they know, this foreshadowed a pivotal moment in Anderson's career path. Performing these songs would later prove to be a springboard for his iconic portrayal of Judas Iscariot in the stage and film adaptations of the rock opera. A key turning point came in 1971 when a talent agent caught Anderson's performance of Jesus Christ Superstar songs at St. Stephen's Church. Recognizing his talent, the agent helped him land a role as Judas in the pre-Broadway tour. Initially passed over for the coveted role on Broadway itself, Anderson became an understudy. Fate intervened when the original Judas, Ben Vereen, fell ill. Anderson stepped up, delivering powerful performances on Broadway and in Los Angeles, eventually sharing the role with Vereen. This period also marked the beginning of lifelong friendships with his fellow cast members, Ted Neely and Yvonne Elliman. Anderson's big break came when he was flown to London for a screen test for the film adaptation of Jesus Christ Superstar. Landing the role of Judas, he filmed alongside Neely and Elliman in Israel. The 1973 film, directed by Norman Jewison, was a massive success, launching Anderson's career and earning him 2 Golden Globe nominations. In the late 70s, he wasn't done playing Judas. He did the role again in a couple of California plays put on by a youth theater group. The first time around, he got to team up with his old buddies Ted Neely and Yvonne Elliman from the Broadway show and movie. The second time, he was back with Ted, who played Jesus again. Besides those plays, he also acted in movies like The Black Pearl and Steven Spielberg's The Color Purple. You might have seen him on TV shows, too, like The Eddie Capra Mysteries, Cop Rock, or even soap operas like Days of Our Lives. He wasn't just an actor, though. He could sing, too. He signed a record deal with Motown in 1972. If you have any albums from the 70s, there's a good chance his work is on some of them. He even collaborated with Stevie Wonder on his famous Songs in the Key of Life album. The 1970s saw Anderson hitting the stage at cool clubs around L.A. His talent caught the ear of Larkin Arnold, a record scout for Columbia Records. This led to a record deal, and in 1982, Anderson's first album dropped on the Epic label. Over the years, he released a total of 9 albums, blending jazz and soul. Tracks like How Deep Does It Go and Hot Coffee gained him fans, but the real breakout came in 1986. His self-titled album featured the hit Friends and Lovers, a duet with Gloria Loring. The song skyrocketed to #2 on the charts, and Anderson even got to perform it with Loring on the popular soap opera Days of Our Lives. This exposure made him a favorite among soap opera fans. Anderson's success continued beyond solo work. In 1989, he recorded the title theme, Between You and Me, for the movie Her Alibi, and he even collaborated with other big names on their albums. In 1992, a special reunion happened. Anderson teamed up again with Ted Neely, the original Jesus from the Jesus Christ Superstar movie, for a 20th anniversary tour. They only agreed to do it if they could work together again. A true friendship reunion. What started as a 3-month gig turned into a massive 5-year run, grossing over $100 million. They rocked over 50 cities across North America, including iconic venues like Madison Square Garden and the Orpheum in San Francisco. This incredible tour allowed Anderson to revisit the role of Judas over 1,700 times. Keeping the momentum going, Anderson released a new album in 1994 called Heavy Weather Sunlight Again. This soulful record featured tracks like Love'll Hold My Baby Tonight, showcasing his smooth vocals once again. Anderson kept challenging himself. In 1997, he brought his talents to Broadway, starring as the Duke in a musical adaptation of Shakespeare's Twelfth Night, featuring Duke Ellington's music, a unique blend of classics. He never quite left Judas behind, though. Throughout his later years, Anderson continued to revisit the iconic role in sold-out shows around the world. He even recorded an album, Why We Are Here, at a spiritual center in Santa Monica, showcasing his faith alongside his music. Anderson also collaborated with other artists. He joined singer Linda Eder in a production called Once in a Lifetime. In 2002, he embarked on another national tour of Jesus Christ Superstar, this time alongside Sebastian Bach, formerly of the rock band Skid Row, as Jesus. Both received positive reviews, and Bach even considered Anderson a close friend and mentor. Unfortunately, the tour faced challenges. Disagreements with the director led to Bach's departure, with Eric Kunze taking over the role of Jesus. In 2003, while performing with the national tour of Superstar that had started the previous year, Anderson was diagnosed with leukemia. According to a page on his memorial website, Anderson was involved in a minor car accident on his way to perform and, while being treated for his injuries, doctors discovered that he had leukemia. Anderson died from the illness on February 23, 2004, 4 days before his 59th birthday, in Los Angeles. Adolph Caesar as Old Mr. Johnson. Adolph Caesar wasted no time making his mark in the entertainment world. 1969 was a breakout year, with his film debut in Che, portraying the Cuban revolutionary Juan Almeida Bosque. This wasn't just a one-off film role, though. Caesar quickly transitioned to the stage, joining the prestigious Negro Ensemble Company the following year. He thrived there, performing in powerful productions like The River Niger and Square Root of the Soul. His talent wasn't confined to contemporary works. Caesar even tackled the timeless plays of Shakespeare with the American Shakespeare Theater. Before gracing the silver screen, Caesar honed his acting chops on a different kind of stage, soap operas. He appeared on both Guiding Light and General Hospital in the mid-1960s, showcasing his dramatic range to a wider audience. But Caesar's talents went far beyond acting. His deep, distinctive voice became another powerful tool in his arsenal. He landed frequent voiceover work, narrating everything from television and radio commercials to theatrical trailers, building a recognizable presence even when unseen. This vocal prowess even landed him a place in film history. Caesar narrated for several blaxploitation films, including the iconic Cleopatra Jones and Superfly. Perhaps his most iconic voiceover role, however, wasn't for a film but for a cause. For many years, Caesar became the unmistakable voice of the United Negro College Fund's public service announcements, delivering the powerful and enduring message, because a mind is a terrible thing to waste. His rich voice and sincere delivery helped make the slogan a cultural touchstone, inspiring countless people to pursue educational opportunities. Caesar's talents weren't limited to live action. He even lent his voice to a cartoon called Silverhawks, playing a character named Hotwing who was a magician with some serious illusionist skills. In 1980, he took a part in a movie called Fist of Fear, Touch of Death, which was kind of a spoof on Bruce Lee films. He played himself, a fictional news reporter looking into the death of Bruce Lee. But Caesar's most acclaimed role came later in his career. He played Sergeant Vernon C. Waters in a play called A Soldier's Play. This play, set in World War II Louisiana just before desegregation, was a powerful drama that won a Pulitzer Prize. Caesar's performance as the ambitious Sergeant Waters earned him major awards, including a Drama Desk Award and an Obie Award. Sergeant Waters was a complex character. He was a black drill sergeant who craved recognition for African-American soldiers, but looked down on some of his own men, whom he saw as obstacles to progress. The play itself is a murder mystery that unfolds as the investigation into Sergeant Waters' death reveals a tragic story of tension and injustice. They say knowing Shakespeare inside and out is impressive, but that didn't help actor Adolph Caesar much. In a 1985 interview, he talked about facing racism in the theater world. He trained super hard, even learned fancy Shakespeare talk. But after a season with a Shakespeare company, a director basically told him, "Hey, great voice, but you're black, so go to New York and find a role for your kind." Talk about frustrating. That experience inspired Caesar to create a character named Waters, with the famous line, "They still hate you, no matter what." He played Waters in a play called A Soldier's Story, and later, the movie version. Even though they kept treating him differently, Caesar gave an amazing performance and got tons of awards, including Oscar and Golden Globe nods. Caesar's career flourished after the success of A Soldier's Story. He landed a role in Steven Spielberg's The Color Purple as Old Mr. Johnson, the father of Danny Glover's character. He even made appearances on iconic shows like The Twilight Zone and an ABC after-school special. Caesar was a family man, raising 3 children with his wife Diane. Sadly, his life was cut short. While working on the film Tough Guys alongside Hollywood legends Burt Lancaster and Kirk Douglas, Caesar suffered a fatal heart attack in Los Angeles in 1986. Eli Wallach stepped in to take over his role. Caesar was laid to rest at Ferncliff Cemetery in Hartsdale, New York. John Patton Jr. as preacher. John Patton Jr., a singer with a big voice and even bigger dreams, passed away at 75. He started out on a farm in Arkansas, but that didn't stop him from becoming a top singer in the San Francisco Bay Area. He even got to sing at the famous Carnegie Hall, a dream he'd had since he was a kid. John sang professionally for 60 years. He was also a talented actor and loved teaching people about African American history. Sadly, he died of a heart attack at his home in Richmond back in April. Born in 1930 in a small Arkansas town, John was the oldest of 8 kids. His parents worked as sharecroppers, but by the time he was 6, John knew exactly what he wanted to do with his life: sing. In 1944, his family moved to Richmond, joining many other African American families who were leaving farms across the country for wartime jobs in the busy shipyards there. John wasn't just a great singer, he was a superstar at El Cerrito High. He played football, ran track, debated like a champ, sang in the choir, and even got straight A's. No wonder he was in the Honor Society. After high school, John chased his dream of music and acting by heading to the famous Juilliard School in New York City. There, he learned from some of the best, including the legendary singer Roland Hayes. He was recognized as one of the Bay Area's leading authorities on Negro spirituals heritage, a testament to his deep understanding and passion for this unique musical tradition. Mr. Patton wasn't just a performer, he was an educator. He shared his expertise as a professor and artist-in-residence at Clark Atlanta University, and also taught music at esteemed institutions like Lincoln University and Laney College. He continued to inspire young minds until his passing, serving as an instructor at the East Bay Performing Arts Center. The breadth of Mr. Patton's teaching extended beyond music. He shared his knowledge of African American history, classical opera, American ballads, and even English. Mr. Patton's life impacted not only the world of entertainment, but also countless students and colleagues. He leaves behind a rich legacy of music, education, and a commitment to celebrating African American artistic heritage. Leonard Jackson as Pa Harris. Leonard Jackson, who started his career using the name L. Errol J., wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He came into the world in 1928, growing up in Jacksonville, Florida. Before hitting the stage, he actually served his country in the Navy during World War II. After the war, he found his calling at Fisk University, where his passion for acting blossomed. Taking a chance, Leonard headed to New York City to pursue his dream. His big break came in 1965 with a role in a Shakespeare play off-Broadway. This wasn't just any Shakespeare play, it was part of the prestigious New York Shakespeare Festival. This launched a busy period for Leonard throughout the late 1960s. Beyond the stage, Leonard Jackson found success on both television and film. He entertained children on PBS shows like Sesame Street as Mr. Hanford and Shining Time Station as Engineer Harry Cupper, even tackling math on Square One TV. But his talents weren't limited to kids' shows. He appeared in dramatic series like Law and Order and Homicide, Life on the Street, while also showing his comedic side on The Cosby Show, Amen, and The Jeffersons. He even brought characters to life in made-for-TV movies like Separate but Equal and Rage of Angels. Clearly, Leonard Jackson's career thrived across various mediums, making him a familiar face to audiences of all ages. Sadly, Jackson died on December 22, 2013, in Manhattan, New York at age 85 of Alzheimer's disease. J. Michael Reva, as production design. Born in Manhattan, his family lineage boasted a fascinating blend of creativity. His father was a Broadway set designer, and his mother, the daughter of legendary actress Marlene Dietrich, was a German-born actress herself. Growing up surrounded by such artistic influences likely played a role in shaping Reva's own path. Reva received a solid foundation for his future career with education at prestigious institutions. He spent 6 years at the Institut La Rosey, a renowned prep school in Switzerland, before attending UCLA. After honing his skills, Reva embarked on a successful career as an art director and production designer. His filmography is a testament to his talent and versatility. Reva's work spanned across genres, from the critically acclaimed The Color Purple, which earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Art Direction, to family favorites like The Goonies. He also played a part in shaping the visual landscapes of action-packed films like Lethal Weapon and A Few Good Men. Even superhero movies weren't out of his realm, with credits including Spider-Man 3, Iron Man, and Iron Man 2. John Michael Reva's career serves as an example of how a life surrounded by creativity and a strong educational foundation can pave the way for artistic achievement. J. Michael Reva wasn't all about movies. He even designed the sets for the opening ceremony of the 1996 Summer Olympics, making the whole thing super epic. Award shows? He did those too. Reva designed the sets for the Oscars in 2002 and 2007, and even won an Emmy for his work in 2007. Tragically, Reva's career ended too soon. He had a stroke while working on the movie Django Unchained in 2012 and passed away just a few days later at 63. Director Quentin Tarantino said Reva became a close friend during filming and that he was an incredibly talented co-worker. Even though his life was cut short, J. Michael Reva's work in Hollywood and beyond will continue to be admired. Drew Bundini Brown as Juke Joint Patron. Born and raised in Florida sunshine, Dundee Brown never finished middle school. A quick grower, he fibbed about his age at 13 and landed a Navy kitchen job. After his discharge, he signed on with the Merchant Marines, spending the next 12 years exploring the world by sea. In the early 1950s, while living in Harlem, New York City, he married Rhoda Palestine, who came from a Russian Jewish family. Because of this relationship, Brown later converted to Reform Judaism. They got married at a time when interracial relationships were still seen as taboo by many. Together they had a son, Drew Brown III, born on January 20th, 1955, in Harlem. Brown's son, Drew III, joined the United States Navy and became a medium attack bomber pilot, flying the A-6 Intruder. After retiring from the Navy, he wrote a best-selling book called You Gotta Believe and became a well-known speaker. Malcolm X, a charismatic civil rights leader, played a significant role in shaping Muhammad Ali's early career. Brown, a member of Malcolm X's inner circle, even wrote some of Ali's most famous lines, including the iconic "Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee" poem used to taunt Sonny Liston before their championship fight in 1964. This quote, delivered with Ali's signature bravado, helped propel him towards boxing superstardom. Sadly, Brown died on 24 September 1987 in Los Angeles County, California, at the age of 59 from medical complications of injuries sustained in a previous car accident. Clarence Avant as African musician. The music and entertainment world mourns the passing of Clarence Avant, a legendary figure known for his ability to connect and empower countless artists. Avant, who died peacefully at his Los Angeles home at the age of 92, leaves behind a remarkable legacy of fostering careers across music, entertainment, sports, and even politics. Born in 1931 in a small North Carolina town, Avant's journey began in a one-room schoolhouse. By 16, he set his sights on new horizons, moving to New Jersey to live with family. There, he began his career managing Teddy P's Lounge, a turning point that led to him meeting blues artist Little Willie John. Avant's talent for connection was evident. As John was so impressed, he enlisted Avant as his road manager. This was just the beginning, as Avant's influence grew, attracting more clients eager for his guidance. A pivotal moment came in 1967 when Avant helped secure a record deal for William Stevenson with MGM. This wasn't just any deal. It marked the groundbreaking formation of Venture Records, Inc., the first joint venture between an African-American artist and a major record company. This achievement exemplifies Avant's dedication to not only promoting talent, but also breaking down barriers within the industry. Renowned for his business acumen, Avant played a key role in selling Stax Records for a staggering $4.3 million in 1968. This deal cemented his reputation as a skilled negotiator. He later channeled his passion for music into founding Sussex Records and acquiring a radio station, though these ventures were short-lived. Avant's true calling became evident in 1976 with the establishment of Taboo Productions. This venture marked a long-term commitment to the music industry. His influence continued to grow as he lent his expertise to promote Michael Jackson's record-breaking solo tour in 1987. A testament to his leadership, Avant was appointed chairman of the board at Motown Records in 1993. Beyond record companies, Avant's vision extended to fostering economic opportunities. He played a pivotal role in securing a $20 million investment partnership to establish a PepsiCo bottling plant in South Africa, entirely managed by South Africans. Avant's dedication went beyond business deals. He earned the nickname The Godfather for his willingness to mentor and support newcomers in the music industry. His guidance has played a significant role in the success stories of countless artists and leaders in the field. Recognized for his lifetime achievements, Avant received numerous awards, including the Thurgood Marshall Lifetime Achievement Award alongside Quincy Jones. He was inducted into the NAACP Hall of Fame, solidifying his place as a legend who not only shaped the music industry, but also empowered future generations. We really loved the cast of The Color Purple. Who was your favorite character and why? Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please like, comment below with your favorite memories of the show, and share it with your friends who might remember it too. Don't forget to subscribe for more dives into classic TV shows. See you on the next video.